Fanya tu hivi pole pole ile. I'm coming for it. Na arasi kutumia two wheel. No esa bisi mangana bona chakire ko chencho mubiro yebono. Mubiro koruocha no ga netinga nayo beka saga ya. Two wheel ye turayebeka parking ya tumeka kidogo kidogo yani uno gwikaiga gochia etuka gwikaiga gochimwao gwikaiga gochiobisi.
Yazidi classic masenso toire biti muziki nolengwa na yaito andonsi asole ntegerere ntara kwa mama umoyo nentaite nyosiboli otara chigo kwa ma chera kwa ngeiro boso kuti maite asengochi intube amaiso asole ngeli na geineti chi stress impako moiso kerongo kuinyora ndiko ehana amarigango itera nchebuno mwana aye toba isa kundigi kwanduro moyo aye nono kwanduro moyo aye kwanduro moyo tindaitigo korora toba isa konga kerasimi kwanduro moyo kwanduro moyo oh no kwanduro moyo tindaitigo korora manyabo tuko sasita nale korora kogoeta amoneke golikia batata moroche sitale goita ogai koge chwara ogoite chwanga eta unyayo kogorwa oga kwa bana niwete sikwisyo gosimoke wide taunyo manyene na kerebedi njogo duresyo kwero kagabadi tochone gokula netikurudi aye toba isa kondigi kwanduro moyo no aye toba isa konga kerasimi oh no tindaitigo koinyora chera kwa ngeiro boso kuti maite asengochi intube amaiso asole ngeli na geineti chi stress impako moiso niwete sikwisyo gosimoke widi taunyo manyene na kerebedi njogo duresyo kwero kagabadi tochone gopula netikurudi aye toba isa kondigi kwanduro moyo no kwanduro moyo kwanduro moyo tintaitigo korora toba isa kondigi kwanduro moyo bakora kunga Yazidi classic, one of my favorite bang, one of my favorite boys. Nkwaza nkoro ba ligiri ba sokiri by the way. Early this week, go say late last week, into the baso get go zero come. Ote tenkwebere ngunganche, kwebere nkoroke baby. Natigire tindigo simple, onye tuntage tincheni simple. Tindigo fosi, such an amazing song. Gusiku na talent squeezy by the way. So, ngokuwa ndira twali ngeguru ya maseseni. Alright? Maseseni especially gochia saboro kiwa be kirasi kya gatano nalimo the grade 6 and the grade 6 na grade 9 kapsea na kgsea na ramatemu agendrete achagitelit kulegro, and today it is a day 2
asa matemo yes nindoche itilafu ncharingi kidogo cheli but tumepata kurudi. Are you getting me this morning? 0768799470 na namba yes mi yes studio. Aya na nabokunyala kungakire simi gosonto mere mesmes eritobeto kunyala gusanga asobwa of course na mangi sana agenda to kolekana imenesko yorongorwa gusia utulachi kunyala kuligere nage koragense yemo yabone mambi ndochikunyala gutwara umugeni ase studio utulabeto kunyala gusanga berata twanene muno ali agenda to kana imense ya Kenya kulinde oroboti ndoro nechibicha cyo kunyara gwichanya kigima ichurachi kunyara ko bahato kunyara ko baretera emambia rero kurwase county ya Kisii guse county ya Nyamira, I don't know town ya Keroka akakona nkara alika aretera bokomwase kikabono. And by the way this year peke yake mibasiko no twa kwanere gari mebe. I remember gari nere ya Transcar na mibasiko no yani ekoneli gari ya ichuni gari gagwikari ekoneli ya gusira bantabange manyangari tukole gari ya bwatenero molasses egasirio buruse kamanya kwemora abantu bepigipigi goro abantu bagasiria magima batali abake a big number bakarara. And okay, the best part of that story nga omongina naro urengense ye gari ya gwere tuno mwana wa myaka 3 ekere gari by the time ekome kuguru gari she was still alive no mwana bakamenya kigunya gitari nyasaye ningo nyasaye gwesiko yani narigereria inateba natunya kolera nyasaye uri oyo monyeria ondira ikandiraika naende nkore nginga kibagende tokonyoro bogwenya mbarunya gitari bari buya bagwakira umunguru ngambiye munero munute bakwira nasa mako y'umunguru amutembiye muno kurinde enamba abantu ange wetani batana babere mbabete bakunyara kwenekirwa gosiria amagima basomu basukano yugumobe gwepara uyo bata kunyara korekana se echiro ya Keroka ikamaiga yegari kunyara gosirio boroso igiwe gotebekana nga yabwate molasses usendagere yiga molasses nendagere yetugo right yes yarenge kurwa se achinsemo chechune naturanyara kurigere chibicha kurwase chinsemecho chitari chokogoki ne chinkwana chegati ya Keroli bali babete bakunyara wikirana ase chinsemecho. I hope want to Keroka they are safe. Check in with us.
Asamaleta iko kwa bonfest chukarondi igoto muraiwa wasai kurwase kwa studio si nyarwali masawa igo yabero muichano monene aigaso muchio Keroka segaria nyaka bagekugwa abantu baito bakura bangi kiro bandi tutaramanya abandi bagwateranira segari paka bono batararusiwa Solende goto tebanga pole sana ase family chiria chasiria abamu abono nyendura mu family chinchirichi twabatomire ngore nene ase ngejo basiria abamu abo enale kubolia lende serikali yeito talibono litangani chali chabeira se inchire yega ya Masimba Keroka abantu bakura sabatuka mange twale kubolia bali baterete ase chipara onyene para ya rostu kergobe tororenga ngakira rostu be kuna ne chibambu erinde abantu baito baganyogende chiringa buneyega ekugera abantu baito bakure baada ya miezi 2 abantu bakwa nga matuto makayo abantu basirire rolende twale gusaba naende tukuboli ndaba basikari asenge nchemebereria bwateraniri alia tigabakora sogwango erinde erusugo roto manyanga bara basirire erinde to nyaleko batoko manyako gera bono gakiro muta abwato mondo konga ningoyo sirete noyo minto nungoyo gasirete goto atumire ngora nyasaye tigabaseni byomana asenge nchoko ntegera.
All right, mwancho mo ligererio kiese tibyo bendete kubwati moroberego inyone echone chibicha kurwa chinse mucha Keroka unewete nabo bakunyara kwerera kadinari ko kwandre gurige mubasukone mebe ye pale gendete kwaneki wa ase chinse mechio bakote banga baada ya miezi 2 omubasoka nonde baada ya miezi 2 abantu baralire nki epale yeye bado epale yeye megendete kumisa mwananchi kawaida right. But thank you so much asibonso bali bagendete kusanga 9 inche emambi ya lero muno ruchege ga se screen yana chibichanchiro na bekire gaiga chigendrete koro kya bega na boru kigwa bekerasi gia gatana limo na grade 9 bagendrete gokora amatemu abo aboro kigwa bega babete bakunyara guchaka amatemu abo litkuri igoro ejumatatu chitariki 22 lime yensengima ya Kenya nigo babere bakunyara weso kya sena mbenene ane muno asokunyara kunyora obumanyi asikunyara kulika amatemu abo tete tobeto kunyara ngaya kubaerera some of the numbers ime yorogongor wagusi buna tobeto kunyara ko ererwa ne wizara yechisemi ase county ya Kisii abo aswekera boniga chi public school na private school asabarke kubago isaransera amatemu akapsea nindoche etoto ase public schools boys bare ngabaiga boys in public school this is kapsea ngokwanera boys bare 17,111 abawe saransara kapsea public school girls bare 16,620 total yacha 33,731 private schools abamura bare 2,985 abana banyaruka bare 3,041 total yacha 626 ase aboroke wali baisaransirta matemu kapsea ase public bare 33,000 na private bare 6,000 nyoranga chi sub county chibekire gaiga ni rengechiga ni kominemo Masaba South Igankisi county yoka Kenyenya Nyamache Etago Gucha South Kisii South Kitutu Central Kisii Central Marani Amona Sameta. Alright, alafu nindo chekilea yumba libabwate with special needs na barabu by the way mbaga ndrete kokora amatemu abo abwasabange babu bagokolera ase chi public schools na kolengana ne namba mbwate gaiga se public schools aborokigwa kilea those with special needs ndochegaiga boys bare 18 girls bare 22 total ya 40 alafu ntopata na KG-SEA of which ndoche number KG-SEA se public schools yegane ya grade 9 na bekuru kunga KG-SEA abwasa barukigwa boys bare 17,127 girls bare 16,617 a total bacha 33,744 alafu se private schools number nenke yake se grade 9 abwase bari 1,379 abana bamura abana banyaruka bari 1,120 a total yacha 2,499 alafu amatemu yekerasi komina kabereme county ya Kisii boys in public schools bari 19,419 girls bare 19,790 a total yacha 39,209 alafu private schools bare 360 abana bamura abana banyaruka bare 254 total bare 614 abuna borokigwa ase county ya Kisii abo babere bakunyara gwisaransira amatemu abo yekerasi kya grade 6 grade 9 na baria ababwate ubu uremerwa au nyoranga yega bado nara kwanirwa ase chigazeti au kolende ndeturabato kunyara gotegerera egati yechibicha na mariogi ase bonse bali babete bakunyara gwikirana ase chi sector au chichiseme ega se gazeti yega bado nindo chibicha yomwana munyaruka askirba kwandanga smart padlocks securing largest exam. This will be our conversation kulende turabato kunyara gotegerera chinkwana au babwata ndibechisemi ababete bakunyara weso kya samali ganyo yechisemi kusama temo yo beta kunyara guchaka abulit kurigoro. sheet, you raise your hand. Ensley, Nyawezo.
My name is James Mitunda, head teacher, Kisi Comprehensive School. Today is the first day we have started our national examination or assessment. And we started in the morning, the first papers were well done. I have 222 candidates for KIPSEA, that's grade 6. And I have 198 junior, that is KHSEA. 2 were double registered, and they are doing exams elsewhere. But with us, all the candidates are present, and the day started very well. And now, as we are talking, they have started paper 2, which they are doing now. I hope everything will go on well, and it will end well. So we wish them success as they continue with their exams.
I mean, what's the major difference compared to KCPE with this particular exam, being that this is the first time, especially for those doing KCSEA?
For those who are doing the KCSEA for the first time, at the first they did KIPSEA in grade 6, whereby they were answering on the answer sheet, but now they are doing essay writing. And when they are answering, some have got problems because they thought that all the questions were to be with the answer sheet, answers or multiple choices. But paper 1 is with the choices, and paper 2 they have to write essay or structured questions. So the problem and the difference is that in the KCP they were only doing the exam using the answer sheets and the only commission insha they were writing. But now it has changed.
Kwa majina ni Christine Ongwae, Sub-County Director of Education Sameta. Nataka nimshukuru Mungu kwa sababu tumefika umbali huu. Leo hii tumeanza mitihani yetu ya national exams. Tumeanza na KIPSEA ambayo ni ya grade 6 na KJSEA ambayo ni ya grade 9. Na nataka niwaambie ya kwamba mwaka huu ndio mwaka wa kwanza tunafanya KJSEA, na ni transition ambayo ilikuwa expected, na tunatarajia ya kwamba watoto wakifanya mtihani wao vizuri mwaka ujao watajiunga na grade 10. Na nataka niwaambie ya kwamba katika Sameta wale watoto ambao wameregister for KIPSEA tuko na wavulana 1092 na wasichana ni 977. Total candidature is 2069 and the number of centers are 49. Na wale ambao walijiandikisha na KJSEA, wavulana ni 879, wasichana ni 935. Total candidature ni 1814. And the number of centers we have is 33. Something else also this year, kwa sababu ni assessments kama zile watoto wamekuwa wakifanya kwa mashule zetu, hatuna askari kama ilivyokuwa mwaka uliopita, na hili ni jambo nzuri.
Ilikuwa ni mitihani ya Kiingereza na hesabu, mathematics na English. Na kwa hivyo tumeona pia walimu waliweza kujitokeza mapema, wale center managers. Kwa hivyo tumeweza kufacilitate movement ya hiyo mitihani. Kwa hivyo tunatarajia wataanza kwa ule muda ambao unafaa. Pia kama vile ambavyo director ameeleza hapo, wakati huu hatuna maafisa wa polisi katika vile vituo vya kufanyia hii mitihani ya junior, secondary na pia ile ya KIPSEA. Kwa hivyo walimu wenyewe ama wale center managers na invigilators wamekuwa tasked kufanya kazi nzuri kuweza kusimamia ile mitihani na kuhakikisha ya kwamba kila kitu kinaenda kulingana na matarajio ya NEC. Kwa hivyo tunatarajia kwamba hii mitihani itafanyika vizuri, hata ile ambayo itafanyika kesho na kesho kutwa. Wakati huo pia tuko na hii ya secondary.
Ritsuko liarera borkiwa korwa chinsemo imeyense ya Kenya ni goba chakabena matema kepsem KJSE na baigo KCSE ntunda yo mwaka 2025. Korwa se sub county ya Kitutu Central mo director we chise minutono kwa sam ni gasi rebeno kuguroge kontini ya matemo asegeta saini kia nyimbo kia nyanchua.
Na langu ni Newton Okwatsa. Newton Okwatsa ni sub county director of education Kitutu Central. Regarding exams, tumeanza mtihani wetu leo siku ya Jumatatu tarehe 27 Oktoba 2025, na tumekuwa na mitihani ya KPSEA ambao ni ya grade 6 na KJSEA ambao ni ya grade 9, na pia kumekuwa na KCSE ile ya form 4 ambao inaendelea. Sasa tumefungua container yetu ya kupeana mitihani zetu ambazo nimezitaja. We want to wish all our candidates the very best, na wale ambao wanashughulika pia tujitahidi to ensure the same is done.
Go kwa na chinga kecho mo sub county director we kisemi Newton kwa sam ni gaba kerembe ya mwana banyanyimbo na baigaba watani bonsim asoko ene kemerobele yo ngoikeranere.
Kwa leo hakuna changamoto ambayo tumeipata, muda ulikuwa kutosha, magari tumepanga vile nitakikana. Wito tu ambao nataka nitoe kwa vile hii kazi tumeshirikiana na watu wote, security yote ya Kitutu Central, na pia coordinator wetu Madam Deputy County Commissioner. So mambo ilikuwa mzuri. So far as we speak now, hatujapata changamoto ambao naweza kusema inaweza kuzuia kufanya huu mtihani ama assessment.
Nonyana boni garrabu na sentunde yega kurwa se sub county ya Kitutu Central ngor kigoyo moni gara chikabaka kwa matemu ayekale asegesibo.
Tuna kesi moja tu hapa ambao kidogo mtoto wetu tafanya what you call hardship area, alikuwa kidogo kwa prison.
Komenta na yweni garro koboria go chiasa ya mate yonsim kubatrana na baigo ko babarki watchinga ki chinyororo.
Sisi washikadau wote tushirikiane ili tusaidie watainiwa kwa njia mzuri. In other words, they should sit this assessment in a conducive environment.
Waigonde bwensi yotabwachi gwanchero kurwa se kiombeke liyagete tamate mense ya Kenya ni gaburi go tagenda sukuru ende yonsi chinga kechiga chia matemwa.
Sio kusaidiwa kwa njia ambao haitakikani. Hiyo ndio tulise ombi letu. Tunajua kuna wale ambao wana monitor the multi agency, wale wa kuangalia nini inaendelea. Tumesema kwamba hakuna mtu who is not authorized or contracted by NEC aende kwa shule in the name of monitoring. So ni wale tu ambao wako authorized na contracted officials ku ensure that kwamba haya mambo inaenda vizuri.
Kwa ripoti ya Kisii Television kule Gase County ya Kisii, Erianen Kamilas Ongeta.
Akorokunga Kamilasa Ongeta biyabona aso kunyara gutwariganiria oroboti rwasinchira yobekirano eyonkorwa center au buna amatemu agendrete korobirwa enyoranga borkigwa baigabekiransi kia kianda kirasi gya gatana rimwe kirasi 10 kabere form 4 amona bale babwate obarema au bagenda tuwisaransira matemu ega asechinsemo au alright nyara kogendra gutuma chujumbe chaino tomanyangana ki mbara ibia baiga mokuganiria maya kibarach kunyara ko ba kunyara wisaransira matemu ye kirasi igia gatana limo kiandamo na 12 lame komali ba ko kunga bluetooth sinya ko rumarane bochi otebanga nonde following ke mabon venture mobisa oteba bwakire bya Joan ko kubon face mobisa ke ebon venture mobisa ko kirwa nonde me morobiro go ikomwere na tosham cute agotebanga toto la Kisii Nancy Ongiri ko rwa kanyimbo nikondane Jospanunda agotebanga watching live ko Munyaka Eldoret agenda ko bwate morobiri mambia lero musorwe susu awotevanga kirande Dennis eke mustorubege susu korona kuri City Salams Club wikagachuba seito none ngobwate morobero no kumachero of course nimekuona awotevanga gotomengora yawo chase chinka chiria chiaseretie aba mwabo chinsa machiri chakeroka chilake muntu koruma kongene jogo roda nikotiunden alafu nimero cha Bartolomeo Mumanyi awotevanga good morning Joan Kwamboka yo Mumanyi na ziporo no tolego ika omwelio tigambo kya baiga onchoke machoka Nyamwe ya Bwiramani, Eleno Nyanchwa, Dr. James Miyogo, Nyamori Mugadishu, Juvenalis Nyasani, Wansi Baswaso Morobiro Jeria Kurbo, Narodi ujumbe yao tebanga Arise and Shine, Korumumbu Manama Bahrain Kingdom, Wekanka, Kisi County, Alika Nyimbo Mwakiaga Village, of course, tebanga kwa Bekira Bebulivao Samuel Ungeri, Mauminu Maria Nungeri, Mwako Bena, abana ba Omasidga, Mwana Makdota ka na Brighton, na abana ba Minobonsi, Pio tebanga basoe asomorobirio emambi yale Steven Nyakundi, Korugidhurai 45 nimeko check kwa tebanga weekend namba manga ise Charlie wishing my son all the best grade 6 Nairobi North Academy. Wow, congratulations and we wish your son success. Akira gendete kwesaransira amate mwae ayendo mwancho moligererio kise TV of course Faith Mora Mochere nere ngomagana liturama ya nende ngoto mete ujumbe garagati ya mwana wengo korare grade 9 yes wote no to ababekire asumuro biribwenyoni na maoko y'umunguru sahaba ikisema no bongaini baba kunyara kuri kama temu abo bya Jared Kagaka bebo yugi agotebanga kurbongonta pamoja mwali no murugio mama Florence tata beba alafu momroe Belden amwana omunyara kokoro purity Eric Momanyi Osoro Kefason Bosire Fred Musima amona Zablon Zaro Charles Luanga nimekucheck kabisa agotebanga mwalimu Charles Luanga kurunyamira county Kenyerere basement area well tuned in on Tuesday edition loading up well done nyaore Silvia Mura, Lavi Kwamboka, Jacqueline Kwamboka, Mona Rafael Misuko, Bonsi Okobatebinga, Basoe, Aso Morobirio, Rit Koriarero. Alright, Bia Mona Sponsi, Valivagenda Kusangana Inche, Aso Morobirio, Bwenyoni. Of course, Victor Sabonso Magoto, Autabangi Wi-Fi, ya Saudi Mongirango, Nyandiwa, Salam Club, Nerisase, Wabekire, Naomi Kemunto, Bichu Wabekire Mbusurengi, ya Jared Dorima Tureti, Grace Sombati, Honorable Victor Mondo Miyenda, Honorable Fredo Soeko, Linet Makokoti Bobiro, Sheila Kemunto, Douglas Ogega, Feya B, Chantel Mora, Esther, Modikai Dota, Amo na Bandabange. Of course, nendo chechu jumbe, chiganda teko miminika agaiga se studio. Nyara kusanga na inche emambi yalero. Weterase echibicha amo na Mario 0768 719 470. Mugavana kwa county ya Kisi, musikia moski mwaminya리bo. Nigaringe gati ya balia babete bakunyara wikirana ase chinsemo chiria chia kanyam ka jaramoki kusika kia sali kuna akoro. Yes, so kunyara gutuma engora yabo yabene wika ase amate ya Raila Amolo Odinga yobeta kunyara kora hara mamaida nigabeta kunyara kogenia bara ya baiga sikuru asorongoro gusichikane chibicha kuroseke karikia bete kunyara gakorekana ase chinsemecho.
Tumekuja na ujumbe moja, tuko na wewe mzee, ametutrain kama mimi nilikuwa one of the youths wale wanaenda mbele kabla mzee ajengie kwa rally. Ametutrain na wakati yake ya kupumzika ilifika, so leo tuna celebrate maisha yake. Ameenda lakini wewe uko, so takuwa nasimama na wewe kutoka sasa mpaka eternity. Mungu awabariki. mzee ametutrain. Kama mimi nilikuwa one of the youths wale wanaenda mbele kabla mzee ajengee kwa rally. Ametutrain.
Fred, okay mama tiange ni galenge gatia baraiba bete bakunyara wikira na chinse mecho abasa beta kunyara kumwakire koko nyagosera Raila Mulodinga askeri atebiringa nero ringe yo obete kunyara kubwatania abamenyi boro gongorwa Nyanza asoba mu abasa kunyara kabaga kunyara kuinyorwa chigane chinkwana chai ekera beta kunyara wikira na asa chinse mecho.
If there's anything that Raila did in his life, to be very honest with you, is that Raila succeeded to put Nyanza together. And both Nyanza and Kisi Nyanza, this division was not there. I told you when we spoke this morning that every time you sat with Raila, it was an opportunity for you to learn history that you didn't know, or to learn something and understand something you didn't know. He knew everything about people. He would tell me about, I was shocked when we were in a function one time in Nyamira, and he was telling me a long story about that place and some wazes around there. I didn't know how he got to know them, but he knew a lot of people, and which means he was very close to people. And because of that, you have seen an outpouring of love from all of us in Nyanza, and Mzee Raila had a way of dealing with all of us, even when there were tough times. He always had a way of getting us together to ensure that we focused on one thing. I would like to request Mama that on behalf of all these wonderful people who are here and many others who are not here, especially the younger groups of academics from Kisi and researchers and others, that when you put up the Raila Odinga Memorial Library and the Raila Odinga Institute and the big foundation, these people have a lot to contribute to put in. As I told you, our soapstone covers are working on something. Our big tool makers in Kisi are working on some things. Please, we would like to, and I know a good number of these people would like to contribute in a way that we can immortalize the contributions of the Honorable Raila Odinga in the community. And secondly, I associate myself with the remarks that have been made by the others. I think the greatest burden you carry, Mama, is that you will continue to remain all our mother, all of us. Sasa tutakutafuta tu, tukiendelea, tunaongea na wewe, tunakuja kwa maombi, na blessings na vitu zote hapa, kwa sababu mzee alituonyesha hivi.
Alright, yonkorwa ase chinse mochiria chia enka yaye nyawosira Raila Mulodinga abasabara korwa soro ngorwa gusiba bete bakunyara gwikira nas chinse mecho aso kunyara gutumengora yabe na kunyara kugombia matenya gusira abasaba bete bakunyara kugeni gwamo na mama Ida Odinga chinigatie chinkwana babete bakunyara korwa chinse mecho na bado sponsor bagenda tekwirubira so kunyara wikase mateyo so kunyara kolemia na kunyara kogombia mateyo tiganya sae gustoba bikasa mauko yo monguru chipara chibe chindonge nyasaye abentere baba ikorro na kunyara kuruoro biyana ni makogenda muirama ya naro chema limbere teno na matoke korugusi amatoke gari engima I was so happy kerna bete kunyara koranga babete ba kunyara wikirana ase chinse mochire kolenda chingake checho tukutigara igoro yugo sira kwaye Raila Mulodinga ni gobono ababwatani au guru asekia makia ODM babete bakunyara gutwara gikaro kyabo aburit kuri igoro negati ari babete bakunyara gukwanira negabete bakunyara gukwanwa no muri kyo manene wikyamege kya ODM Edwin Sufuna abose babete bakunyara kutebaguna ni gobado barabe bakunyara kugendera kubwaterana amuna serikali ya Kenya Kwanza nse ya okobwatana kwa broad based government chigane chinkwana cyabo naye ganaro babete bakunyara kwana na kunyara kuigwana subwamo kwanyara kutakara chinkwana chika.
The party remains strong and steadfast in all its obligations and will rise stronger from this adversity. We reiterate the commitment of the party to the broad-based government until 2027, a relationship guided by the 10-point agenda entered into for the sake of peace and stability of the country. Lastly, as the top leadership of this party, we shall pursue all causes he dedicated his life to, do everything within our power to uphold the unity of the party and apply lessons learned from our departed leader and comrade in the service of the people of Kenya, who he loved and fought for. Rest in peace, Baba. Rest in peace, our party leader. Rest in peace, the people's president and comrade, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. Thank you very much. Organ has resolved as follows. Number one, that we extend the deepest gratitude to the people and the government of Kenya for the support, outpouring of love, and solidarity extended to our leader and his family following his passing. That we endorse Honorable Dr. Oburu Oginga as the new acting party leader and urge the party rank and file to accord him all the necessary support and cooperation to enable him guide the party through this difficult time. That in honor of his legacy as a unifier who brought together people of all shades of views and from diverse social, economic, geographical backgrounds, ODM shall continue on the path of embracing diversity and continue the struggle for equity, justice, and peace here at home and beyond our borders. The party will hold memorial services in many different parts of the country to enable those many admirers interact with and with his sudden departure. ODM extends its condolences to the family of the Honorable Raila Odinga, his friends in Kenya and around the world, and to the people of Kenya. The party appeals to all members and all Kenyans to now focus on celebrating the gift of his fall, and that we do it in a dignified manner as his leadership, legacy, and sacrifice to the country deserve. We shall honor him here on earth by strengthening existing branches and opening new ones to allow as many of his supporters as possible stay closely with him via the party. That as part of the strengthening and spreading the reach of the party, the ODM at 20 celebrations will proceed on the 14th, 15th, and 16th of November in Mombasa County, accompanied by activities aimed at cementing the unity and solidarity.
All right, yonkorwa se ekiama kia ODM chitaika ni kuminemo chabere chikunyara kutoka igora yensa emo ya bonumambi. Of course na mange sana tura chikunyara kubato kunyara kugendera kukwanera nimbato mageni kuchikunyara kuchase studio nimbato nensemo ya magazeti altura chikunyara kuligereria sobo imekegima tuchikunyara kwandre goriyo boli miweke mariye chaya wasaba director kurase factory chi factory cheberega nogemba babete bakunyara gutwarege karo yo kunyara gusanga nabalimi na wasaba arai kurase chinsemo cha West Pokot babete bakunyara gutwarege karo na kunyara komo chane mona serikali ya Kenya kwanza askiriba gotabuna nigo babere bakunyara kubeba asa magenderero ayo negatia yanda manga itura chikunyara kuba to kunyara gukwanira to kwirana kurase nsemo yandige studio kulenda sibonika situlipe bills kidogo 1 2 3 Joan Kwamboka na Dile Italiane director Shadra Kangwe.
Embachiro gose omogeno gose egetendawili kurwa Kisi TV amandegere yomogusi tu 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 Pokotokora guseli chibu hoboterere
Yone mbachiro gusomo genorero kurwa Kisi TV amandegere yomogusi
Eye Kisi TV amandegere yomogusi
Nuganitie gutumika etaxi nsachendo chionsi ya sechisabari chao Gose gotuma parcel goika egesieri kiao Rapid Taxi nigo yachire gokurusiria stress ye aye omomenyo Kisi na Nyanza. Download app ya Rapid Taxi asesimu ya Android gose iPhone werigie otari wakana kende gionsi erio kurangeria taxi yao nga kiende yonsi obuya bwa Rapid Taxi nigo ebwa terigo ririanse ko wachi taxi chabo tambe
abantereba babwate obumanyi bwaigoro nigo bagokwenekeria oburendi n'amazingira mayaye sabari na mbabwate corporate travels nabo igo nabo go book mapema ritukorie sabari litaraika nigo bakurwa obukoreri ime ya Busongo, Ogembo, Suneka, Tabaka, Ikoba, Migori, Rongo, Nechinde na baria baraganiye kurikia Kigali cyawa Rapid Taxi banyore kibesa nabo bakwerikia asamange bakeresimi weterase namba 0754 381 777.
CTV Amandegere Yumugusi.
This holiday season, turn your home into a world of fun and adventure with Star Times. We've got your little ones covered.
Wow, that's amazing!
Catch endless laughter on Baby TV, See BBs and Jim Jam. Travel through magic and wonder on Da Vinci and Mindset Learn. Save the day with heroes on Toonami and Cartoon. And soar to new heights with your favorite friends on ST Kids Plus and Boing. Recharge today and keep the holiday magic alive. Starting from just 329 shillings for the Nyota bouquet on your aerial decoder or 549 shillings for the Nova bouquet on your dish decoder. Because when school's out, the fun begins. Hooray! Download the Star Times On app and take the magic anywhere. Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
Eye CTV Amandegere Yumugusi.
Health Kenya International Center nenye gitari egotoka imeyo mocho Busongo egotumeka chimashini chekerero chikomurika ebimo biago na kumanya somo chandore na gokoa amariogo arosire korwa semete arosirie nebirengo bigoro mono korwa sechinse cheisiko amaruire bakobwenya ngamona diabetes, high blood pressure, emechando yechinengo, cancer, chinyigo, emechando yabagaka muna low libido, obogumba, amona yande amange.
Inche no manyagitari clinic Maobanyi, omo director bwa enyagitari tukoroka HK International Medical Center erega igo muchito Busongo. Na inde ni gonta getoko bariga ni mono sana na kubatebinga ni gotogo over services chekerero tugotumia obobwenia bwekerero e technology yo koligererio mugero omugima na inde twarigereri ngambi mo kibiri byasero twara muchanda twakwa amariogo na amariogo yaito ni gotunya ruseti ase chinse chesko ao na ande ni gare habo ayuto kurusia ase chinse buna bono kurustra amariogo asense ya Hong Kong eyeri ni China na amariogo ande ni goto kurusia asense ya Malaysia ayande kurustra asense ya Spain na ayande ni goto kurusia asense ya California Los Angeles California in USA mariogo ande na to kurusia somo chyo India na ayande ni goto kunyarusia sense ya South Africa ayana ara mariogo akonyara gusibia omochando yikorwa somo bero na ende nonya ni gokuru mwaka 2011 twabere tukubwenia abantu abange nande ni gare habo tabwatia ni side effect yara kolentere kiagera na yemete igo karibu sana senye gitari yetu ya HK International Medical Center
asamange bakiresimi ase namba 0717176383 Health Kenya International obobwenia bwekene.
CTV Amandegere Yumugusi.
Ine aino mwebuli kwabere gwe kweboria ngayo mwana waragende eskuru ya Skyland Friends School yugotoka sichinsemo chagetare na ryori chiburiao obyabo mwana wo gosomera eskuru eye ngamuna nigo bwato bosombe abalimu abo babwato bomanyi bwaigoro endagera nero amona mache amacheno yokonywa babwate ebirasi bisaine school fees yabo nigo ekogenda muno mu buko bw'umwananchi obutambe na nigo ekobeka chinyigekero chingiyago cha sabana
Samali etangurwa Felix Mayaga director Skyline Friends School Kisi ekutoka somo cy'obosongo yanyeri bageri ntebe abayibuli bali bonsi barera n'abanaka bataite ko igabane school into Skyline to coordinate mwana from playgroup mpaka junior school. We remain open obisito chiwire from Monday to Friday saa 2 cyamambya mpaka saa 10
samange bakirisimi wetrasi chinamba cyabo 0724 273 582 gose 0717 342 880. Skyline Friends School aiga no mwanogo aranyora masomo y'ebirengo bigoro.
Eye Nkisi TV amandegere y'umugusi.
Alright, mwanchomo ligererio kese TV ogandarete ko bwate murobire bw'inyoni emambi ya rero. Karibu sana tubeto kunyara kugandira gusanga sobwamo Joan Kwamboka na lile Italiano mu director kurwa sense mu studio oyo kwene kibuna kibicha mona muri yabere kunyara kubwikira senchera iyo bwikirano niga korwa nga Shadra Kangwenye yabona hasibansi bale bagandarete gusanga na inche emambi ya rero. Kamemba Joseph ningoro chokotebanga korwa Anyanchwa Kisi tuko tundi na asante sana nindoche omoibori akorokunga Anthony Ragori korua KU Main na Jane Nyabate of course kwa mobekire asomoro berio nindoche kwa bekire Victor Mondo, Dennis Kerandi, Lydia Nyaboke, Amos Kamori, Evelyn Mugunde, Peliserai Elijah Omongina Mocheche, Doris Nyagaka, Linet Gobiero, Masai mwenyewe omwana zilizopendwa Tambo, Rogers Nyariki, Frida Nyabonyi Rientenyi Baraza, Fred Nyandika Mosima, halafu Thomas Makori kwa babekire bonsi asomoro bere bw'inyoni mambiara. David William atabanga hello Joanna watching live ko Jogo Kisi County. Thank you so much asibonsi bari bagenda tugutuma chujumbe. Steven Nyakundi atabanga nganireti umwana minto munyaruka last born Esther, all the best Kormanga Model Girls High School. Thank you so much. Victor Mondo miyonda nimekucheck pale atabanga ko Kilimani tuko pamoja. Of course kwa bekira bantu au asomoro bere ritunda green nimekucheck ko Karen atabanga nore okobwate morobiro Kevin Okombo atabanga korbo mwagame Nyageita live following Isaac Nyande kononga kor Qatar Doha nware chundiri we kanyarenda machoge chacha. Good morning dadangu Joanna, good morning to my lovely wife Faith Magoma Makori, Precious Kirbo Karagasha, Caleb Karagasha, Flora Kwamboka, Hailin Moramo Girelena Nyatuko, Pastor Christopher Makori, family Koruyege, Amona Batagara Bonsi, Piko Batengano Banch, the Kigima Benjamin, Omano Thomas, watching live Komakawa, Korobo Basi, Savile. Adama Kwamboka pamoja hadi mwisho. Beri Konchwangi atabanga kuroiga seito gesusu na ofa kerebi korwa ria nyambane SDA Church emambingi ya mwensi Jumanne. Christopher Tandi korburangi Kenyambi with my wife Lydia Keruba bana Shila Matiangi Moranga Mikae mama mungina tata Moranga hadi tamati. Have a good day. Barnabas Kibaso atabanga Enyoni kordoha Qatar wika seito nyama 7 nonde miyomoro birio. Enoch Mochere agotabanga Joan Nigongo saba abaibuli bonsi piva ene kyobole ndio banana se chinka ekera bana baikire asomotimoko omutambe tigagotiga bana no monto otege neti komenta mono abana banyaruka. Alright, of course no ore kubate morobiro kwa mubekire gaiga maumino bacheba Kwamboka kortinse muchicha bombe mwanya bando atwale mambingi ya of course na baroki bonsi pi by Boda Hill Academy kwa babekira somorobiro bw'inyoni. Thank you so much Jeria Kerbo na aina rolire ujumbe ya Lidio Chengo awatabanga kuruga kero tuko ndani na maumwabo akorukunga Rosa. Thank you so much abunegati abali bagenda tuko bwati morobiro emambi ya rero tukwanere igoro ya magenderero abanyakiombe korwa asichinse mochiria chia gesusu ekiombe gekorukunga iMac ewodi ya gesusu galinyali bali masaba niko babete bakonyara ugotwara ugosangereria kugosire kiombe kyo anyana ba abarai au babete bakonyara kubeko koboko asikiombe kyomba babete bakonyara wikirana Dan Muzungu nabeta konyara kwariga roboti origa Rokunyara kusiro kwe byombe au imense gusero gongorwa gusi.
Bune nchiremo yogosira ebyombe litukoria rero anene mono ebyombe kurwa sesemo ya Nyaribari Masaba anene mono ekiombe kia Elma kegegotoka sesemo ya junction ya Geteri ekyo kio kianyara konyora obokonyi anene mono bwogochangirwa erinde kenyare kogendera busio ase kianyara kubekerwa okoboko nawe gogosirwa nabarai kurwa sesemo yeiga
ebintu kende byatoretete hamo nogusiga abana baito barasiki skulu bonto tareta abana baito bagende kiskulu sitemu ifamilies tubate chinka stabulati none ikibakurya bagatera turacha mwega maine nturigereri barabura bayo nabara abana bawe transfer siga botokonya bari tubamanya buna sigete ese akarteki yere bube cyahano mwikiombe klinikale cy'abantu barekeste sa nabono muri gawanyo artubya kisa ayora arya amagoso ime
nonya nabo abarai bo kuboria ebirogo bye chingencho nigo boigo banyara kubeka okoboko kwabo gotiase kiombe keiga ane mono yo gochikoborie kero kyo bwe MCA bwage susungo mukwanara ke basagana nigo boiga nyara gosegeta abantu kane kingango suaba ne byombe na boiga baboroka bachiramo erinde banyare korosie kiombe kiabo
abani naboiga nigo ebyombe na bigo tokonya bono na bigo sobya siku hizi bantu bali kone maroma yo somya gana abantu ne byombe abana basomi nande kusia twasomeria abana nande kwa merenge ntokende bekego ndarakura igore byombe ndubate datieito ndubate abana ababuraka ndaro gosembai kosa na wale gati mokore yuko registration ye byombe bino namubwata na abana baroni vere monyore certificate chile valid ikoro certificate ya babura kabo ari byombe nyane byombe kore mix babura kabo kabari valid na babura
nonya nabo niganyara gosegeta abaibori kwene kingango chiko abara abana chingaki chingororo elinde banyare okora amatemu abo ayuba igo achakire nabo igagendrete nabo igo gotigana namang'ana aringete nyonya nerioma naria nyomba
kidogo igoro ya amatemu mandi igo chakatora amatemu abaibori bonsi abaraka kaki nonya tukora sibele tukirikende bali gosiba nimatenga noba lazima mbaro lazima naro ndabosena ila ndo za kota bana tuenzi ndio tokaenda na sana nero maitenga operaki na kana ile abotora ukiria usojari na bisa kwake na onchani kwa mwenendo wa igure muombe tanta itagoda omene igatuite abana katire maraka abana baitwa para matemambia katire mara abana baitwa maraka para matem ili tuna utaka ibisanga bya nyongane bikuko binde
asensemende nigo boiga nyara koira eira yo kwenekeria bamenyi kurwa asenseme yiga anemo nabaiga bamenyete junction ya Geteri au babera ase kegetambe bono batabwatie transformer ekaroiga chikobene keringa na chikobabwateria
bore transformer bono ko gekasi ndaeno anyandi na nyebwa tabna bono nyindilo agama mboli transformer ngari ndapatati kayene lakini tataka tibe chama musongo kaja transformer ya na baka dia ngake na baka one way ninga ende Nairobi mboli na ki zile kero tumika mpaka tunyale transformer kai transformer nje ya komo no mura ko likaribu ga Kenya Power hasa ile transformer mwe amata mwaka tegendo kama waka na mwe transformer mwana wale tu modelo mache tari ya wakati mitro goro mache tayo onyo ko musa mache na ko beke kwa onere ko para sira kante kwa olgaki
kuroiga asetoniga ya junction ya Geteri eyo gotoka emyage suguo dimebunge ya Nyaribari Masaba erieta liane igongoro kwa Dan Musungu
Alright, kurukunga Dan Muzungu mbia mwanaso kunyara gutwariganiria oroboti urwasinchira iyo ikiranu kore ntotaranyara kurwase chinsemo chyo kunyara kwarigania igati yali abete kunyara gwateka ndochega oyiga kurukwanga Brian Nyankia nabete kunyara gwikirana ase chinsemo chyo gembo amone berege abasaba director kurwase chizoni chubere babete bakunyara gukutwara igikaro amona balimi au bakorawa amo numba somweno oyoromo nyakerogo ozonwana umo vice chair Enosh Anyona Evans Mukwamo na banda bange nego babeto bakunyara komerana na aba ligo sekunyara wikirana asachi center chokuguri chae sechinsemo chia zone chizone chia magena na sengera elikuba obosemia abalemi aseboiko babeire gosiba bete bakunyara gukwanirego yechinchira chibonus chichae chiaba chigosoka nigo bamochirie balia basoire siasa ase chibonus cyo chinke na nigo mbaiga maiga yegekaro kyabalemi abo baikeranete nakonyara kweneke gochikuira na mugundo nakogendera obolimi bwekemerie kyo nyirangambara konye babiri bakunyara kugechugora kunyara gochaka gutugura chichai chiabo turana tukunyara gutegerera chinkwane chigo soroboti riga babeturu kunyara kwaniganwa amona Brian Nyankia
Ikati yaba director kurwase chi factory chechae chogembo naboigo eberege obare Fred Mokwa naboigo Enosh Anyona uyiboigo Oromo Vice Chairman nigo bareganirege ikaro na buying center za committee members bamagena naboigo Sengera rigo kwanira igure chiponas chechae echabaremi baerera koba chinke aseba baenekeirie igure ya andake kerikirete ayokonyara koba kagokorekana
lero iga twanyorana na jisonibere twanyorana nesoni kurunga Sengera sisa chamambia twanyorana nesoni kurumagina sisa chamaragoba aso kweresera obugale aso kungachu kwari ngororo ngatwarire bonus iyo itatusekaneti twasomire managers bari abatatisi kabisa technocrats babaeresire babaire handouts unachibesa chiachite
litukoria rero nigo twarenge kumira namo na buying center committee members basengera zone naboigo na magina zone naboigo na singinchio kubaeresera igoro ya bonus itonyaga batokonyora iyarengenke
korengana na Mary Jacob uyoromo director abwe zone ya magena nigaenekire bachikonekia baremi baretire chae nyingi naboigo engia nakoboria barai kwenekia rigorigia asamatuko aremotwe
twagosoiria yara mange nande banchera nigochikorete chae quality number 1 na quantity aseigo matukagocha na intuntu batogosemelinga teko bamuna yabeterero ntonyora rigoririe chae andi tokuborio banene baito igora hari chair na vice chair uyurwete seita bararigoria barimi banyakorera abakorera emirimo ya na intwamo na intuna abalimi tole na intonyora bese iyo tosomeria abana kemerie kiragiuka getigarete umurimi asemereti
uchibusio twatebanga totore chaingia tutigutugutire echaye itogochia se chi multinationals tolete chaingia igitwatebanga quality is the way forward
nigo babeire bakomochia bari babeire bagosoi siasa kubatikana ne chipona siecho chechae
bagwitanjira na makondo abuna bagwitangaza nande ondetayo mokane tisugitangaza tigaitangaza lakini atebi bule abalimi baitu obumaene siasa igwa affect bule mubwechae banu bara batanga tutugure chae umuntu agenda orora chikiribu chiri chinkoro umuntu arenge go replace chae ri enkoro ya 1960s akuriplace ne kronie keya omanya koleto bikira abalemi uso utamanyiti utugure chae ya
yo siasa segasi yo baremi okunogo salie obolemi bwaito
na omweri oye nigo bona abaremi balireira gochikoira na mugondo ire kugendereria oboremi bwabo bwechae
itukuria twanyore mafundisha amayakuru asaba director baito na ba manager na bali bonse basomera mangana yechae twanyorere nga echae itono to nya kwebulchi question ko koranga sina tamanyiti echiro yechae na benga mune echiro rawo ni chingende ko sichinyanya ko sichingende kichinde chonzi na musuko chiko kina musuko chiawa amangana bali bachande ketamana mangana kinga ya mkulima ntwigwana lero nga bali barusi wororo elindo mulimi yakole mnatha gete biashara byaye amangana yechi namba chiri chiteneniri mulimi kero kenda chita sa chite kateni go saba manager baito mbanje na lero nga kere na beteneni tabu atigo solinde na ere iguru mulimi aso kubime chae na ndetole the chae KTD aso bonge tuita matumisi agenza ke tulichibesa
nigo bono aba director bo balire guchikogendereria omoroberio yo ire kwenekia buna abalemi bonsi banyorire obosemi obwo kuripotira Kisi Television Njembran Nyankia
Brian Nyanke ambia manaso kunyara gutwariganiria oroboti urosinchira yobwikirano tukuska asense meyigani gotukunyara kurigereria ensemo ya magazeti emambia lero atutaranyara kwirena erikunyara kurigereria egati yali agenda takorekana inyoranga naroche anenemano aba menye kuroshinse mucha kyogoro beso gituna kunyara kumocho mugavana wa county ya Kisii Muske Paul Simbarati so kunyara koroka award ya mashinse mucha kyogoro Raila Amolo Odinga award egento kyabere kunyara kugania gusaba bere ba kunyara kuribirengere byabo kolende keep off politics na chinkwa na chibikire ase gazeti ya The Standard chibikire gaiga ne Musalia Mudavadi, Kipchumba Murkomen. Musalia Mudavadi is the cabinet secretary, the CS, and also diaspora and foreign affairs. Kipchumba Murkomen, interior CS, Aden Duale, health, amo na Douglas Kanja, omo inspector general. Cabinet secretaries have been transversing in country in full campaigning mode, using public resources and state platforms to drum up support for UDA candidates in the ongoing by-election campaigns and President Ruto's 2027 second term bid. The campaigns have drawn senior public servants, including those that hold office that the Constitution determines to be purely apolitical. Now, LSK wants a court determination to bar them from active politics, arguing that such behavior is partisan, a case of misuse of office, making them unfit to serve the Kenyans. Yangu turapata kunyara gotegerera nemono chinkwana yani gukurete abarai kurwa aschinse muchiria che West Pokot au babiri ba kunyara Wesokia na kunyara kumuche serikali yenene aso kunyara gutabaikiraniria amagenderero.
Mimi ningependa kuomba hivi, wale ambao ni viongozi wa kisiasa kama mimi na kama wale wenzetu ambao wanatoka katika kaunti ya Turkana, asua sana governor wa Turkana. Nimeona kwamba governor ameweka cheche ambayo sasa italete ukosefu wa amani. Yeye anajaribu kurudisha nyuma mambo ambayo serikali imefanya, mambo ya kuleta amani. Kitu ya kwanza ambayo nimeona kwa governor ambayo anataka kukemea mimi kama mbunge, governor ametumia propaganda. Nimeona governor akisema kwamba kuna helicopter ya mheshimiwa Kosing ambayo inashuka katika kijiji hadi kijiji. Nataka governor, kama governor, aseme mambo ambayo yeye anaweza kuthibitisha. Atuambie kwamba kijiji gani ambayo helicopter hii ililand na watu wa civil aviation walikuwa wapi. Ili tusianze kwamba tunachochea watu kwa sababu ya mambo ambayo yataharibu amani ambayo sio ukweli.
Operation security people have landed in Kainuk, and Kainuk is a border of Pokot and the Turkana community. We are also being informed that they have been given express direction by the security agencies and so to carry an operation along that border or that area of West Pokot and Turkana. And we as leadership, we are not aware of that. Nobody is aware in West Pokot. Even our people are not aware. People have just been dropped and good enough by the Spirit of God. And God has given us this information that they are going to do an operation in West Pokot. And we, the leadership, we want to say the following. As much as that is work of national government and securities to maintain security along that border. Of course, you know, people in terms of banditry, in terms of insecurity in that area, as much as that is their mandate to do their work. We are worried, and that's the reason why we are here, and we are worried that we hope the operation that has been called, the operation that they have sent people to do operation in that border, we hope it is not a response to what the Turkana leaders have been calling. And that is where we are disturbed. And we are asking ourselves, why is operation being called now when the Turkana leadership have been crying? Is the government, and particularly the security agencies, are they already been blackmailed by this failed Turkana leadership?
All right, yo nabara ikuros chinse mocha West Pokot bagote banga babiri bakunyara kwebwa ase magendelero inyuranga of course bakwana irigoro ya oborendi ase chinse mocha Kainuk yune border ya Turkana amona West Pokot. And of course, ekereba uko na Oyugam Pokot South MP David Kosing amona Kacheliba na Titus Loti abwase barengi komocha serikali na animono kurigireria igoro yense moyo bulindi chinsemecho. Talking about security bado, yes, our citizens have been lured into the Russian war against Ukraine. Akorokunga Mujavadi Omwaziri Kenyan Foreign Affairs. The government has acknowledged this newspaper revelation, saying it is working with the Russian authorities to trace citizens lured into the war front and enable them reach Kenya's mission in Moscow for help to travel back home. Nyoranga yalenga gazeti yeli tukuligoro abwase abakenya mbaro babere bakunyara gutumwa to war in Russia. Just 5 days of training na unapelekwa war na kwamenya kubeko front line ndagera teyo Mariogo Tayo, there is no enough support. And the government is now admitting that they are aware of the same. Also, Segazete ya the Standard, not Kunyarago Soman, no. Igoro yaba waziri babiri bakunyara korokana waka siasa barabisi again to getaga ne irikuruwa sabari not expected and not supposed to be done from them. Ikwanera segazeti ya the Standard. Of course, asi gazeti ya the Daily Nation turabato kunyara kuligireria egatiaria bakunyara kokwanera nse ya Cameroon bocholimbo betu bakunyara kokolekana bulit kolegoro abaswa betu bakunyara komochora Bia 92 years old, the oldest president, chose again for the 8th time. Bunomora ibwense yo nyara koligereria gazeti ya the Daily Nation page merongevere nagatana limo onyora roboti nyora ngachibura buruncha chikunyara kweneki kwa sense yo abwasi wekerali kuligera bantu banne konyora babere bakunyara kweneki wa agosiria magimabo. Detectives turned to 7 phones in 8 billion drug bust probe. Ase gazeti ye page komino roboti chingwana cha Kipchumba Murkomen to betu kunyara kwanera abuli ligorom. Alafu closure, shutdown of the U.S. Agency for International Development disrupts healthcare plan. Trump aid freeze triggers HIV crisis. U.S. President, you said funding cuts have significantly impacted Kenya's HIV treatment program. Patients previously receiving 6 months antiviral supplies, ARVs, now get fewer drugs, forcing frequent hospital visit and increased cost. Viral load testing, once free, now costs up to 3,000. Decades of HIV progress will be wiped out. As a gazette ya the Daily Nation. For now, I think we'll have to go back to ABC. Abstain. All right, nero nambemo. Of course, nsemo yechi semigaiga ngokwanera bale igoro ya smart padlock securing largest national exams. The Kenya National Examinations Council has introduced smart padlocks to secure 250 out of 642 containers storing examination materials across the country. Under the pilot initiative, the digital locks are linked to NEC Command Center. ogoswase gazeti iga nochikonyara konyara botero ebiche bekirega no yomwana munyaroka orwa aseskuru ya St Mary's Girls Nakuru ekirari ngi gusaba taranyara guchaka matemwae igare ekirasikia kianda nyoranga mpagendera na matemwa bana moinari ODM moves to preempt post Raila power feud ogoswase gazeti yo ngokwandira baregero yikariki otobeto kunyara gukwanira gustobekera chirogoti ebambia lero kurase ekyama ya ODM. Now talking about ODM, Mugavana wa county ya Kisii Mosque Paul Simbaratoro kanika kwa very vocal about ekyama kia ODM. Amagani wae kati yabo kugani William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Raila Amolo Yonde Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, the 4th President, amo na Kalonzo Musyoka kunyara go join ekyama kia ODM. Now egekera bakakaruka enyagitari ward ya Kyogore ya Mogaria hospital level 4 akayiruka Raila Amolo Odinga abantu ambagenda sokia sara kwena nebirengero byaba about the same tutegera chinkwana echo aseka gitari gitambe
wangu ayukwara okaranga nyagitari ko Odinga rara to ko na
asoko bwatera na babwateranire batoreteire nyagitari batoroseire nyagitari erengi ya mono ya kisasa maternity ere ya kisasa igocha gotokonya egokonya bangina baitoga bono ntori gochikonyara ko bato kominyokia bangina gochiarise nyagitari ya general
bono yajete koiguruga iga mune maternity wing yachagetu na Dr. Robert Osare munda nero nyagajete lakini abajete renovation bakorete na gutubekere chimasini oro ciokore gasi igo tukura ni mugabana itungambia mono sana nandi gasi akorete nengia
njega ngoira ni mugabana itumbia mono singia yogoto rosiri nyagitari eito egotokonye muna abanya Kyogoro nyagitari eito ya tokonyera yakonyera bantu abange
nyagitari yakare yajagete 1966 no mwaka nyamweya akaregwa kuboro kwa musingi aria ekorosigwa no twarenge ntoruche igo ntori bana no nyamweya karanya gajete tanyirugetirie tanyamweya igo bono intwe nyagitari eito turanyirigerie rieto nye tutagete gochenja tubeka onye na masuja tubeka masuja ito agusiga aiboire ga agusiga
azengo koboria so gwanja kwao. There was a proposal ya nyagitari ero kwe Raila Odinga asenga kieye intundu bwata masuchaito ngabuna akwanire wale nkube ko named ase nyagitari
egento tokare gukana Raila Amolo Odinga nyagitari eito tekorukwa ntobwata abanyangongo baito bagusi bakure abande bare moyo batakire korukwe nyagitari eito gosanye taribo enyagitari eito tigara koruku Kyogoro level 4
egento tware nkokogani gioka ase wanche orokaba baito muna esikia nyama olimpiki oyosire tomoisonde
twagajire chipara umugabano itu kwagajire chipara bosongo chibwate chiround about chibwate street yecho nabo gwara toire yamo yabo onyerokera ira Amolo Odinga tari Kyogora kiegera Kyogora ateri street ene nyagitari y'abantu bekenyoreke
lakini by now a community engima ngancho mugaka ngobatangana elieta Raila Odinga liro seligwenchera ya lira roku tari Kyogoro health center
tomenta abanyagitari bakore mutuko na mugaso abarwaire barwari gutekora matati yoka twana mariogo ekina ngo gusaba mugabana yosi gogo ne gokora ko muyama
my brother ngento tote yonye kore governor emanyete aje tohera abanyagitari umusara tomentera abantu bari chibago tokorese nyagitari ito banyoro umusara uisaine babuga to moyo bwogo tokorera abunu ngegasi abantu baitamba chaga nyagitari baku wangu ayukwara okaranga nyagitari ko Odinga rara to ko na
ngoja mwere gani bange mtu alikuwa bange ngoja tene banga kingoja kufanya mtu tene banga
mawe bado naboza ngitana moko kuma ngulu ngati hadi mawe bado naboza ngitana moko kuma ngulu ngati hadi
ditangani dia
Nkisi TV amandegere y'umugusi.
Bono Kisi TV yabwatirane ne company yaboni yabwebintu ase mitandao ya Kilimall kogokonya kugora kende gionsi oganetie na gokorentera ang'ena ase rigori ryogotugutera. Ekero kwagorire bintu ebi niko Kisi TV erakubire nterego ikaiga ase omochio bosongo oche bwoye otari gwakana kende gionsi korwase chiabisi chaito cha Kemoli Group of Companies chirange na Naivas Supermarket eri enkoro ase nyumba ya Boss Farm Plaza second floor estage ya chigare chinke chikogenda Nairobi ose chinoa. Nigo turaenekie ebintu byago byagachiro bya na kugwikira asobwango bitabwati bokongubonde bwensi na etuke egento kwagolete gyachire kingao gose ekibwate omochando nigo tokwirania twenekia 40 irwekeria otagete gose koiranirwa chibese chiao. Incho Kisi TV Kilishop tukoroberie obugoli bwebintu na serigorire nsikima ose otokeresi miase namba 0708 386 041.
Nkisi TV amandegere y'umugusi.
Precious Hope School sunekana Precious Hope yogo ne skuru yekerero egiye gukore buya na yagachire buya eryo kwa boroki wari bagari yari gusoma kurwa playgroup PP1 PP2 grade 1 gwika grade 6 korengana nomboro biro CBC nabo igo junior secondary eyuere grade 7 gwika grade 9 nebwate abarimu abayana enda bayikira no korengana ne wizara y'ekiseme emeyense ya Kenya. Babwate ebirasi bibire binene nebya abana bagosomera babwate omuroberi oboko abane ndagera se skuru babwate boarding facility nkoro abare obosombi gose transport korwana weke skuru reta omwana wogati ya Precious Hope suneka gose Precious Hope jogo eri omwana wanyore kiseme chingia mbabwate a computer lab nabo igomba bwate science laboratory yekerero ase aborokigwa bagokorera chi practicals interviews cha tamwe gocha nigo chigendrete awe asama baga aro amakemono asamange bakeresimi ase skuru ya Precious Hope soneka ase namba 0725 035 379 gose 0726 262 858 gose 0723 552 448. Precious Hope jogo bakeresimi ase namba 0796 761 819 gose 0712 718 663 gose 0726 331 162.
Kisii TV amandegere y'umuguzi.
Estino young again. Oriam Sani.
It's Lavi.
Nukto Fanta. Ukiwa na Yesu jirushe, jirushe, jirushe. Ukiwa na Yesu jirushe, 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 jirushe. Ukiwa na Yesu jirushe, jirushe, jirushe. Ukiwa na Yesu jirushe.
Mukateba toche na inde tuachire kama kawaida for the first time imeya Kisii TV amandegere y'umuguzi. Tunawaletea show babu kubwa. Hii itakuwa ni moto Kololoko Weka International.
Wacha nguo ziraruke like a baby. Moji anja bidi we drop this a heavy. Increase we party, increase we raving. Wakiuliza, washo increase na jibamba kabisa. Tele na jigamba kwa Jesus. When think about what he has done for me, daily blessings coming.
Hapa ni Kisii TV show emanyikana tebuna jirushe on every Sunday kuanzia mida ya saa 7 weka chinsa 10 chia margoba.
Bad, too bad. Mogi jake na machizi na mafiati sweet too bad. We too bad, too bad, too bad, too bad. We pray so rough, nigga we tough. Everything bad, like wrong turn, nigga we bad. We too bad, too bad, too bad, too bad. Do niggas too bad, too bad. Mogi jake na machizi na mafiati.
Ebinto moromoro, ebinto ebyansu, ebinto everything. Na wote ne weekend utakuwa na enjoy on every Sunday kama kawaida. Dutuwale abateri kuchinsem dutuwale chingero mbalimbali. Encherende yani wasanii kutoka hapa nyumbani na hadi huko juu. Kuna botambe akonalie byansu okameka bile makeup waize mbona unamtoka ni swali tu. Lakini kolende nyirabuna safari nini ama maisha ni nini? Ni safari sio kuwa na likizo. Ndani ya Kisii TV amandegere y'umuguzi tunawaletea jirushe show on every Sunday. Mida ya saa 7 weka chinsa 10 cha margoba. Siende mbali. Nditareche skuru emevagani amuleche semo chende.
I know your name, tatana yangu ya ne. Omoto ne, tatana yangu ya ne. I know your name, tatana yangu ya ne.
GGG, I go by the name Timo Buize, Timo Young again. Kwa hapa ndani ya mjengo, kwa ndani ya nyumba tunasababisha kama kawaida. Na the jirushe show ndani ya Kisii TV ama ndegere y'umuguzi. Tutakuwa nani tukifanya jirushe, 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 yeah.
I know your name, tatana yangu ya ne. Omoto ne, tatana yangu ya ne. I know your name.
Eye Kisii TV amandegere y'umuguzi.
Alright, emambi engija andonsia soro mwancho mo ligirerio Kisii TV ogendrete kubwacho morobere bwenyo ne mambi ya lero tosaba kwa braso kunyara kunyoru kidogo kulende nesenge nchechi sababu chitaringi kunyara gutangi katika turanyara koegasa na gwetuma kidogo tobeto kunyara koranga ngaitura ike mambi ya lero kulende karibu sana sa studio
Mbia mano muradia.
Yes, pole sana sa sabali ya lenge tambe batumbi mona so kunyara wikira na despite all those
I'm sorry na cheleru kidogo.
It's okay.
But finally I've just naikire.
I know Ata yangu was a short notice yesterday. Yes. Yeah, but thank you so much for showing up this morning. So how are you? Kwa ni mugusi mwenyule yetali yao tobeto kunyara kusanga sobwa.
Mugusi mwisha semwa beta. Abanjiwe kipindi Kenya ndio yabona mambia. Abakwari mbio muri mwenze se rogongo babusi na bali muri ase diaspora. Nje muchoge nkuru justice. So mwinjini muchoge. Seitomboge tutuwa chache. Asakuru kunyatieko.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nore kitutu chache south.
Nore kitutu chache south.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you're still aspiring ikirogekyo?
I am an old politician. Na very siasa matuka mange. The final decision is August next year.
Okay.
Ndaba taingo tenanda stindu tenanda senani mo chake campaign o stindu chake campaign.
Okay.
But for now, Petra kwa political analysis yeye.
Aha, kitu cha sasa tumetengo tuero boba ndo araba ka bandu bachake kulie biranya. What is not happening? What is that surely?
Umande abande makunyora leadership ili motagete. Onye mwachorete ugambi uita bantu ni kinungu you expect to be to the Junungo. When you march out to Raivori, Woitongo, Wokorava, Donavatagete, Abo Mokonwa.
Yes.
So you see, that's the byproduct of your voting. Yes.
Okay. Ngwara restore musage ta kwebiranyaga.
Ni mento musauri I see nara. Your name in Mosocho, I even talked na gamba no eno no mwabo, so I know the story. So the kind of winism we're in to judge South, your political thuggery to judge South, is not different from the politics, I mean the thuggery from the national state, from the national government. That
the same kitu to judge South, ina nyora ngarero na tebigo moko ne marua kare kurukufuliza. Eplagiri nyakwa.
Well, I'm not aware.
Toka kuita bantu.
Ti ina rabantu mbago keole. A few people know Banyura Maruba Keole, but it didn't get the full story. But I know I embassy na Keole, something like that in Kekoleka about a week, 2 weeks ago. Yes.
And you know it has been like a routine because Nyamataro kerege sport cheke kodira marungu toka refe kwerende hapa nyuma ya ufanisi pale na aro marungu toka. What is not happening in Kitutu Chache South?
The level of buffet is high, that we must accept. The level of buffet is high. Kitutu Chache South is just close to town. So Kitutu Chache South is part of Kisii town, is part of Kitutu Chache South. And quite a number of them are low income earners. And you expect in any Muntukavero Manana when the Tokanyora Saudi Mogera. So in most cases, Navoja Kwanyora would endekabiri gurugo moroyato atokiro ai barende nabande bauchi bachikona nyanyo because of the jibes bao kogendra se places barabwene the go relax na wenjo na wenjo so kill the evening.
Yes,
but the whole thing boils down to the government in terms of Kerwao Terapakanity, and the rest. What are they doing to curb the menace from the illicit blues?
Yes.
So the whole thing boils down to the central government. Yeah.
All right. As a country, we've been having a tough time, a tough October, and so far, but there is this man who rested, but he's still the top of the headlines. He's still the conversation. Yani he's a wambo. Yeah? he's just a Jacom. In any other way, he's Baba. But I don't know. What came to your mind at that time?
Well, I got it. I got the information. Raira has been an old friend of mine. Our friendship started from 1994. Yes. Literally, I was the first person you the Raira would see. It is me introduced to Kisii politics from 1994-95. In 1997, we formed the NDP together with the Raira.
Okay.
I was the first candidate to NDP within the parliamentary seat. Later, Raila resigned from Fort Kenya after we had completed my by-election in Kitutu Chache. That time we had won Kitutu Chache, it was Kitutu Chache.
Ukabwenga keyo?
I didn't win. Of course, that is the time Jimmy came in. I was contesting against Jimmy after the passing away of the late Dr. Sakari Onyonga. I think I was around 28 years. We contested. I lost to Chimi. Then after that, we went for the by-election near Raila in Rangata.
Elia resigned.
Then he won. So I used to be chairman of NDP in Kisii. Later, there was NDP cooperation with Kanu, the merger of NDP to Kanu. From Kanu, again we formed LDP after the collapse of Kanu. in 2000.
Mukabatigere NDP ino mugacha na LDP.
Tugacha na LDP. Now we came out with LDP. LDP became even more strong and larger because Yavandumbele Baringi canvas back to LDP. Karon's one of them, the Rate Saitoti, and the team Mudiawuri, and there's so many other people. So we have got a long political history with the Rates. Raila Amolo Odinga. We started calling him Captain. Under that's Pentagon. We called him Jacom. We have called him Awambo. We have called him Nyundo.
Joshua.
Finally, we have called him Baba. So as the age goes by, so literally, I have had a long story with among those people who have been affected. It was me in terms of politics. So ask anybody, even those who support Jacob now, they're just those who came later. Those are the same guys who are going to Naraira. So literally, among the few cases to Naraira in Uzi under NDP, it was me, my brother Chris Bichage, my brother Dr. Charles Owasi, my brother who is currently in the USA, Dr. Mario Nyango, and Effanson Diego, the lawyer. About 5 people.
Kerosio Ndieki.
Effanson Dieki, the lawyer from West Magrango. He's the current prominent lawyer in Nairobi. So the lawyer, Bichage, Onyango, Bawazi, and me. So we were the 5 people literally who brought Raila into Kisii. So he's a friend, or he was a friend, and a dear friend. He's come back, he's come to my home, done politics, stayed in my house, won to Bondo, won to his current home, and we have really done politics together. So that was a big loss. A loss, yani, a rank who feel those. Kurukubaba is not easy. Kurukubaba is not easy. When you do ABCD, ukagenda serikali kwa condemned. Ukenda upinga serikali kwa condemned with ikome. You keep quiet, you are condemned. You talk, you are condemned. So it was extremely difficult to be Baba.
Baba, while you were away.
ABCD. So and so. Abuse to your kids. Baba, while you are away, so and so did the APCD. So those things happen. We don't know how the situation will involve but the rest of the country will be stable. Yeah.
Wow, pole sana for the loss. Yeah, umetena achire konyora, unachite kurealize last week akitoro so much songo as media people. One of us akareze a conversation as to kunyo chaiga na bakakambale ngo ande wale tiga manganayo. You know, we realize that even it is not the young generation that was hurt. These are the bigger people bakakabaika, they are really hurt because I think barori isabari ya Raila bakasai kire. Na by the way, at that time I remember even growing up tataka ote mama boka umuntu kuchukua kire kura Raila. You know, I think he has been part of the politics to a point that by the time abigetwa seliraba abantu bagateba it is an end of an era. What era are we talking about here?
Number one, my generation, and more especially people, Kenyans in general, apart from the Kenyans from Central, for the last 5 electoral cycles, they have all voted for Raila.
1997, 2002?
No, not 2002, maybe 97, yes, 2097, 2007, 2013, 2017, and 2022. Those electoral cycles, the majority of Kenyans voted for Raila.
So they have got that connection. Karuwa Karumundu Jukura Marakavir Paragata to Marakan Paka, the same person, you're voting for that person. Paka the 50th time, then you have that personal bond.
Yeah.
You don't expect Nanenumundu Naroma Wakireku. So that is the bond. So when generation you for example, if you were 25, you are now 50. Therefore, that generation, that is strong bond. In fact, it has a stronger bond than even the Gen Zs that you're talking about. And people are now afraid Mahambia Kerevin to go Sarika. Do we have Umoto, what is the Charisma and the Kariba who can stand for Kenyans? You know, that's what Kenyans are afraid of.
Yes.
Ekine kiabantu wawataki oyora chatinene atevegende kinekebe amyo kiwawa atwe aseri which street na masasi and still remain cover the same individual who cannot cap in. So that's the big question. The generation actually is being phased out. That's the generation of the Enyonas, the Koigis, the Rairas, the Muites, and the probably our generation, those who came after. Yes.
Wow. So is it an end of an era?
Well, it might, of course, once Wakure, that's the end, because you cannot reverse it. And therefore it can easily be said it's an end of, if you have to write the history of Raila, you write it up to the date he passed on.
15th of October.
The others are effects and impacts of the person. But for him as a human being, I think that's an end of an era and a very, very, very difficult situation for majority of Kenyans. Yes.
Okay.
Majority of us Kenyans, it is going to be extremely difficult because you can imagine in a wakora na Raila or Tegri, it was support the serikali, lakini mambia ine ndo no mangana yo wita wandu tingore diki tinjo and don't was he's a person who will stand and the president head on stop this nonsense.
Umuntu oringe katebanga mambitungira nene chisugurita nenda babaza nene chisugurita.
Of course, and without nendo tawo tarasi biziri. Yeah. No wataona gi nani alisema ni baba. Sawa.
Kamkunji.
Hiyo imetosha.
Jacaranda.
Hiyo imetosha. Bora tu umesikia ni yeye amesema.
Yes.
So there's a reason why he said it. And people will over themselves.
Okay.
So
now, as a politician, no Montovera say Oborai for the longest time. The moment Kwaroche Ochira Seriraba, how, like, what did you feel for Kenya as a country?
Nikikinawateria, how many people of us were that character? And the most unfortunate thing, we expected him to have Joshua at Tuambuki from River Jordan up to Canaan. The most unfortunate thing is that instead of Joshua has become Moses. That I have seen in the promised land, but I will not be there with you. So that's the problem. The question is, are we capable to take the same? We have a Kenyan but not trust, but in politics with Kenyans, and shall we have the multitude and following the same way Baba had? But that they can take over from Raila. But what is the charisma? But what is the following? But what is the consistency in political consistency? Raila. So those are the same questions about Kenya. So, my name is vacuum.
There is this story Badon Chenge and Reteko Yegu, and I've heard you mention it, that Ndaga Ninye Manye first hand Kurwa Sore. What happened when he resigned and resigned to the speaker and they called for a by-election Chelangata?
It's a wrong story. Number one, he was in Ford Kenya. He was a member of Ford Kenya. He was elected on Ford Kenya ticket in Nairobi, Langata. At that time, Langata was one time. No one very keep and the rest it was just Langata. His father, the late Jaramogi, was the leader of Ford Kenya. So in 1994, Jaramogi passed on. The father, Agakwa.
Karumo Bungo Bondo.
Yes, Karumo Bungo Bondo. Only Karumo Bungo Rangata.
Yes.
So Ise was the Mubungo Bondo, and the son was Mubungo Rangata. So then automatically, wakagenda for competition, you fight for the same way like ODM Wonere. You fight for leadership. By that time, Raila was the director of elections in Fort Kenya. Muite,
Paul Muite.
Paul Muite was the second deputy, yeah, Fort Kenya. Fort Kenya si chairman. Kijana wa Marwa was also the first chairman. Yeah, Fort Kenya. Oyo Raila was the director of elections. So what happened? With the time, let us call up for elections to use a new leader. So by that time, Konyana Muito resigned from the leadership because ya mangana Kamresh Party. Kamresh Party na mangana Golden Bag yae, and the Fort Kenya was involved, and the Jaramogi accepted na almost was 3 million, was 4 million. But you call the campaign by election somewhere. Ya say to ya ringe ya Bonchari. Kero yonda defected Dr. Protas Mamani Kibati. So Jaramogi accepted in again to annual legislature chair Golden Bag, chair Kuras Kamresh Party to call the campaign. So Muite in principle at our party to be associated in the man Golden Bag, he resigned. So when the crowd was saying that Kijana Maru Koreteki. So by the time Bono Agukwa, Jaramogi Agukwa, Akanyarum to assistant deputy party leader, on the Kijana Maru. So Raila decided to oppose him for Chikura, for leadership.
Yes.
So from 1995-96, reconciliation watakaji choro samangana yepati and the rest. Finally, talking and the Chikura. And as a young man, I was there. I was on the side of Raila. Tukagenda tikarende ochoro leader ya Fort Kenya. So Raila had his team, and the rate Wamaro Kijana had his team. Manasseh Kuria, narrowing like the Hambaya, Tenerete Jikura, the rate bishop, VCK, Manasseh Kuria. So tukagenda in the process, violence here. Onye quarrel biche chinda sokora Raila wikaranso wikika winsango bas that was sticker. Inariji karebo ya asinya bantu babu bichisegicha soro bantu babu bali batigarite maiga ya timu ya kijana wa Marwa yetangaza that we have taken over as the party leader. Because of now, Nani did not accept. Raila did not accept the leadership ya Wamarwa kijana. He decided to move out of Fort Kenya. To move out of the party, he agreed the parliament. It means a by-election. So that's how he said, I cannot go with this, I must start my own party. That's how he started NDB, National Development Party of Kenya, NDBK. So he left Fort Kenya to Hacha, Chikura Cherangata. Even Fort Kenya, the candidate against Raila in Nirangata. Then Kanu at the time. But that's how Raila again won. So that is the famous quote, once you differ with your political party, you resign and seek re-election. So that's what he did. And he's the only person who has done it in this country. Yeah. So that's how the situation here Renge. Now we are Renge. Raila didn't end up in Mugacho, Karuan DB, to go after NDB, to a corporation in Kanu, from Kanu, That's why LDP. So it has been a chain from LDP to NAC, from there to ODM. Yeah, ODM was born in 2005 because of the referendum.
In 1997, Morengi running mate ya Raila.
There's this professor, there's a professor here from Masailand.
George Saitoti.
No, not Professor Kiambi, Ore Malloy, Professor Hore Malloy. Yes.
So the Masai have been with Raila?
The Masais have been with Raila all through. Yes.
2007? Who was the running mate?
2007, I think 2007 was the running mate. We didn't have a running mate by that time.
For Raila?
Yeah. 2007. Running mate, literally, Mbore Wachaka Bakomba, Salinga Kia, after the new constitution. The new constitution. Yeah, 28. But you could easily say that if I win, so and so can be my vice president. The same way Kibaki and they accepted with the Wamarwa. That if you take, we campaign, you take, I will be the vice president. But it was not official. That's the same thing which was there. So I think 2007 was supposed to be. I think there was nothing if I can recall, because Kalonzo ran, Raila ran,
Kalonzo ran for presidency.
2007, yes. Kalonzo ran, so Kibaki 2007, Kibaki take over. Then it was like coalition government, because that time the story kubita katikati Kalonzo abu uchikura and gonna break it forward. I mean break ODM to ODM and ODM Kenya. They decided to join Kibaki immediately after Chikura Tangasit. And that's how we added the coalition government. Yeah, but 2013 it was now official with the new constitution. You must officially announce your running mate after the constitution year 2010. So 2013, Kalonzo Akabe running mate. 2017, Kalonzo Akabe running mate. 2022, Martha Karua Akabe running mate. Yes.
Now, politics has shifted over time, and you've seen how party politics what direction do you feel ODM with whatever that is happening, and especially as opposition, as a broad-based government?
Now, take the message here from last evening. They talked about they are committed to broad-based government to 2027. Number one, I can almost authoritatively report by 2027 because here failures just serikali yeroro ODM will break up. There will be that team whatever will talk support. There will be that team the conservative party group as ODM, more especially the majority who come from the low part of this country, the low Nyanza, and a certain section from the coast definitely will go with Ruto. And the rest would find their way in various political parties. So it will be weaken the ODM in 2027. And more especially if it goes to a coalition with the UDA, Bakawatawa the presidential candidate, one unifying individual, or again the Chikura as a distinct party. From our Bungaita, they might end up having less than 30 members of parliament. Because even in Ruo Nyanza itself, abantu bali barora bawujugoja n'igipati cy'inkaho and babwata kibese bawujukurwana gikwerende, they might carry the day. And like King Keria, whether you come with your money, you simply say the ticket and that person casts the day. So chances are it would be a weekend ODM. it will collapse in a way, and then a section yabo Buru Odinga yabo Gladys Wanga yabo Mbadi will go with the Raila. I mean, will go with the Ruto. The other section will simply bolt out and move on. Yeah. So it's not only the ODM that we knew. Yeah.
Now, in the process, Yoko Nyarako will prove a point in ODM, and which has been seen so far. How they are coming up with ideas. Some we can say we agree with, and some we don't agree with. For instance, Governor we County Kisimaske Paul Simbarat is the deputy party leader, one of the deputies ODM, and he has been very vocal about ODM of recent times. Namorochono Jumapili ate timura ibwensi ya Kenya Mosque William Samoei Ruto kama pe Uhuru Kenyatta mona Kalonzo Musyoka ngabaira ne vari join ODM so that Ruto ate ne kurwa sekiama kia ODM, which is almost impossible because he can't just sacrifice UDA for ODM, right? Secondly, he went ahead on the previous day akagenda akalonje Nyagetali ward Kiogoro akairuka Raila Odinga ward. And people are like, bro, nkwale kuchaka noni Nyagetali rende ngima under you. Tuma itena kuagatire from ground paka igoro. Oje Raila Odinga tali ngoli ya kawingi. Raila Odinga, a project that is not funded by you. It was a project funded by donors and everything. People are having different opinions on the same. What do you think is going to happen? In order, because I saw even Indians, I saw Indians say they want the government, they have already created a statue for Raila Odinga, and they want a street, Raila Odinga Street. That one can be done, especially in Nairobi, because we have Jaramogi Oginga Street, Tingara Street, Ziko. That is doable.
Number one, every interview, Mugavana, Oito, Mugavana, Simbara, whatever, na abantu bachagite ODM boyane. That's a pipe dream. Iyo ni ndoto. Because people have moved on.
Uhuru, have you ever been in ODM? Because Ruto, I know.
Uhuru was once upon a time. ODM, after the referendum, Uhuru was literally part of that team.
Okay.
Because he retreated back to Kanu. But in the actual sense, even the founder of ODM, Uhuru was part and parcel of the entire team. Referendum in 2005, the Naivasha Accord and whatever, Creevy draft. So, Uhuru was part and parcel of it. Lakini whatever wantava, chakri chipati chavo, chire, that is hiyo ni ndoto za mchana. That cannot work. Two, again, Mundara Akrebu na Ruto, no whatever, ODM should form a coalition with the UDA, either post or pro before the pre-elections or post-elections. They can do those coalitions that can keep a distinct. So, Babu Charity Group are found members in Bawata Jipatichawa, they cannot leave the party from Gocha, and more especially the unifying factor. Unifying factor ya when talk about Jacob. Or you tayo. So that's a very dream. Two, mangana yo form chikwere ndega chiwodi okuruka chiwodi letalia Raila Odinga. Then one thing I feel it is demeaning. Just a simple word, kunyiruka Raila, that's just demeaning. The stature ya Raila talia roja kuruke word. Kwa roja cha Kenya gitari ngima. Elabe no endeavor 4, no endeavor 5 unyiruke Raila Odinga. Hospital. Two, you must consult. When you know what you want to you must consult the county. You must have had public participation in various places. Or alternatively, you should have dealt with such a request in the county assembly. Let the members of the county assembly Kisi as a resolution, you talia you those are roadside declarations which will not work. And as per the constitution, even the president himself, roadside declarations, see, 2010 constitution in Judge Kennedy. So that to me, Mheshimiwa Rat is just trying to be relevant. He's just trying to make noise here and there. But the whole statement is horrible. Very deep rooted. Yes, you must have consulted the people. You must have tabled the resolution in the county assembly. You don't have such powers. Yeah.
Now, last year, emergency, they came out and they had a certain theme. They said they are faceless. That is why Babwatechi placards were in. They were leaderless, guiding that one person that you worship, and also they said they were tribeless. All right? And the idea of Mutahi Kahiga, Governor wa Nyeri, korokanaga kugokerana rairo rali ringa wanu magendo tari kwenda mate ngambara turianani. There was the tribal aspect that started coming out. And after Raila, by the way, died, abana bange kurwiko yabarengo tebango tu akinete toko sonibunga. If there is one thing you have to hate is this man here. You get. So they grew up hating Raila. They never got a chance to learn him as a person. And it is too late in Morality is when they are realizing, this guy really fought for Kenya. There is the aspect of tribalism that came out. I don't know how to ask this question. I don't know if I should ask, was it really there? Did it really end? And how does it still come back that we're still having this conversation about tribalism in the politics of Kenya?
That's a very long story. A long story. Major problems that we have in Kenya, literally brought by tribalism. Corruption. Bintu byacandira abakenya mbibere ubukabira corruption ubukurumi waturindira mayiga bube ubukurumi buza koyera ukabira buza ko boine way abakonyora at least ibintu gukorekana biye lakini ubukurumi burobo mbamanye di kabira amangana yaba ikoyo nabagere is historical.
Okay.
Namangana ya balito kunya bwati closely. Irachage by the Jomo
Kenyatta and Jaramogi Oginga.
Literally umuntu wachage to Kabira Kenyatta, not Jaramogi. Because Jaramogi, they were fighting for one unitary state. Which of course Kenyatta was fighting for the same unitary state. But Kenyatta the political challenges could was Jaramogi. Aga introduce una gukuigwa obukabira. Alias kubo bakaba ikoyo bali support Jaramogi. Na kiujo support ke. Those who don't understand the meaning yeteyo. Yani bali n'abantu muri batakitiburu na kiujo support abantu batakitiburu. Aga sakora maba ikoyo bamu abo bali support you na kiujo support you muisia. Tumiria tari ke usiyo. Na kiujo support you mwana ngekera Monto takiti urwa koreka nakawa umwana, that's the way yali kuiwa bakamuna kuimoke karwara serikali ya Kenya bangi ngo support bale Jaramogi ngiyo bagasoye ndo bakoruka 1969 ukuri chimuma no ukuru nambali yete chimuma abaikoyo karwara otano bagambi mbozo closely bachania koyenda no Nyeri Ugambi boss kuyenda bogere boss kuyenda any part of the country so that we remain boiko nende Kiambu. So that's how the origin tribalism and then name it yo wetana kumu ikoyo no mogere wachagite ekero bakora igo 1969 before ibitara korekana konyoru Fafa kule. Fafa was a prominent lawyer were assassinated.
Okay.
Nairobi. So abagere bakaira gaitune serikali. bakaimuke bakavota Jaramogi kawekwa detention Oyolengo Mogere. 1969 Tomboya agakwa Masasi Oyolengo Mogere.
Okay.
So it is an history ngakija byose bikokoreka n'umuntu robugambine president Kenyatta. Oyimukiri batya bayikobe bago support Jaramogi na inona abantu ababe mu support umuntu jeti otajeti nyangi.
Yes.
So that name tiga chakero. And from that time the other thing we went Kachagwa awatanu mugakoyo na ise na uba chandre Kenya from 1960. You know, that's pure tribalism. Whatever, what address a nation, what an anti na Jaramogi na ise na uba chandre Kenya for 60 years. That was it. Too low of somebody called Kachagwa. Ujigotana Raila na ise na uba chandre Kenya na uba rentri mechando Kenya. Mechando Kenya yeke kumuguli. Bantu ba centro batagete kwikaranzira Kenya. Na we president, na we minister, na we everything. Yani bugambe no buli kwa Kenyatta, a cabinet ya what abantu 12.
9 of them.
9 of them were from central. We say cabinet ya abantu 20, 12 of them were from central. Out of those 12 from central, 9 were from Kiambu.
Oh.
Even central neraja wata yae. 9 were from Kiambu. So that is the kind of maisha na political hegemony yo wikaranzire bisa kuivinde na biye bigacha go barengereti. That's why akwimuka goteba matia nginagi ejinamba aba usimba lengamore. Chinamba irenga mu abantu mu bring your numbers in politics about numbers. The politics cannot be about the numbers even in America, but what the state the weight of the votes are not the same depending on the various factors. So usawaza kwimukina na abantu wende esakweke mungeke wa Kenya forever. So it is not what ubukabiro no bwachakire tabu bukagenderera one enmity kabe established between y'abayikoyo n'abagere. Lakini the moment it is kwibere bigo chamu Kenya becomes peaceful. That is the truth. For example, 202 Raila supported Kibaki. The country was peaceful. 207 the two of them were headed separate ways. We had war. For what were the tribal clashes in this country. So all abantu aba central province bakini bakuna hotebu n'ababisa bino Kenya n'abagere tagina ndaira pase umuntu mwana ajatene orengo na tena mambia eranyo le following bune ile irabwate and they will still be an enemy abantu ba central. Okay. So it is not in specifically ndaira. What about Jaramogi? Barumba agree Jaramogi chukura. Wanya barawa acha Jaramogi chukura nangando tebe na kienja mulimba moetra kilimba Raila. So the thing is pulino kabila borobe and it's something that can actually grab kurenta manyi can say. So bulino kabila bole historical. Na wo umwishimi wo atakagusiria liria danaya nini kiango dikirogeke. That's what the main purpose ya Uhuru was support ya Raila na barabugo abageraba usaba ndabanyanza na babanyole kirogeke bakangenkende egere na babanyole kirogeke uso ubukabiro buri mbokoleki mbore diosi. But unfortunately, ekero Uhuru alikuwa kolege ndekio wasalio bukabiro by supporting Raila. Egere usaba gere na bayikoyo mba chamo by bringing him into bayikoyo na bagere the rest will come in automatically. Oyo ndega chagwa ande umheshimiwa President Ruto bakatumia that excuse. Bakamana gotaka kolente nemti yebe nene. And this is exactly what Gachagua and umheshimiwa Ruto cannot escape it. Iga tumite karako na centro batevina mama choreto batigire ochire nyanza bakora magendero jibestino no akwirenya nyanza akapushoni yabo ikoyo bakaria rajina bono mundu twajoreta nendo jiroto yira se enemy imunguruki ari batatevi so then they commenda hatred and tension kati yabagere nabaiko. And the Gachagua is even making it worse. So chances of, that's why we think when Babu Grad is because they are also bitter. Okay, no more to support it. So it's a matter of bitterness. That's what original Babu Grad is very good. Because the entire country was in say itona kiwena cover tomorrow. Wagonagi, into Babisa Baito, Navaiko. So you never chance to what and the chances are Sabaiko Bauchi, Bauchi. So that tension and enmity is likely to be there for some time.
Now, Rivagari Mogusi in all this since time to now, Ekeribono Ninde, Betenga Kenya was the last time to award a strong person at the Netana Kanyore support. And to a time when the Guatematian na Maraga. What can you say Kimugusi Avera Kunyara ko devolve politically?
Unfortunately, Mugusi could 1969 about the time. The moment you go in the Guinea engineer Mochogi, you was okay, got an agreement to Mukoya Kenya Mochogi. The Kenya Kenya Kurukana Mochoga Kenya. So in that moment, do what against their own person. Maybe it was 1969 between Mariam Sagini and Mariam Yamuya. The moment agitated to the same in the moment between Mariam Munyonka and Mariam Nyachai. The moment to what Nerondo Giovanni Carolo between Wamaraga and Narao Matian. So it has indeed never Tiana Coela. The only alternative need in one person would emerge with a stronger.
Who can outdo the
Who
rest?
can outdo the rest? For example, like now, if things just like to Kumaraga, you only hear about Matiang. The same way, no one can chat in the Jikura. I have you also support. Do you know Kibaki what substantial number? I cannot keep what the Chikura, Nyacha, what the Chikura most 300,000 Chikura Kurusi, Kibaka almost 150,000. Oh, yeah, they were almost 50%. So, Navajo was it to legal. The mommy did not go to it.
So the saying about supported Nyacha is a lie.
It is a lie because the truth in a key. My children Mubunge for the Kenya, yes. Of what the Chikuri of Kumi. Like you know, you opposition never there for none. Still in Mamojora. Lakini look at the amount of Chikuru Mundu Yagateki Award. Who say Masa Potatinya Cha, a Kaira 300,000. Lakini opponent yae, a what 150. Aina Chaya Kogenda, Nyeri, Urion Donya Chikuri from Miamoja, I call the Chikuri Sato. Kuskwanya Chikuri FM. So, Kwanya Chikuri FM, a Carolia was the Chikuri from Miamoja. I want to say, you know, Kwanya Chikuri from Miatatu, Genya from Miamoja, 50%. So it doesn't add up. Yes, it would take up one say, you know, Kwanya Chikura, Ikumi, including Matian. I can tell you for free. Team Nero was here and I take the commercial go fight Matian again. The reason they are comfortable with Ruth. No Obamanya to Ruth. But they see according to them, that's where they're eating from. They are not, but what interest you must see on the Takunaina. Interest you have again. We are president. It means na Keroki and I think what you only need to Kurago. Tadina, we are not Chavero, Paranji, Giros, we are just managing Kumucha and Doit, but when I has military Nigeria and Doit, making chaos in Mainsia and Dara, as yes. Ihawaki sabunagi oyasaka president in 219 yonga ingo chakaya dewana achide isiko yaya ono wikanera chiragomo agomo fight. That is the same thing which is going to happen. In fact, you will be surprised chikure Jones Chelsea ko yenda Matian lakini wakanya Ruto wakanya chukuru saidi ya 1,100 ni kisi yeah It's possible.
Well, in conclusion, because time is really rolling, now these leaders here, as you're saying, self-interest politics. Ekero konyo rumundu runa mudavadi. Agwe soki kabisa ago sela agendas cha UDM on self-purpose. Kipchuma Murkomen, Aden Duale, Omo Inspector General of Police, Kanja. What does it mean to the country? Because I'm meant to understand the Constitution doesn't even allow them to do politics.
We have a presidential system in Kenya whereby a president here winiri, actually cabinet here, CS cabinet secretaries, and the idea was the president and the deputy president are politicians and virtually work on politics. Like in the cabinet secretaries, because they are serving every Kenyan, they are supposed to be partner political. But when people belong, whatever, he was implementing policies to Jubilee. Like he was not a member of Jubilee. Until he recently, that he was never a member of Jubilee until recently. So the same way, of the three Murkomen in Adwale and Mudavadi, they were politicians. They made negotiations, or as well as a cabinet. But at the moment they was at a cabinet, they were going to remain mum and they should implement policies. Yeah, UDA, because they are serving the government, they are UDA. But they should not come outside for break politics. The worst of all of those people is the Inspector General, which are Fatalia Uban. But the Inspector General, that's a big blunder, that's a big mistake. In fact, when I went to go and court, at the moment the answer to pray politics, and he's not worth holding that position. So it is extremely bad because that is heading a commission. He's heading a certain section of the government, and he is not supposed to talk any politics. He's supposed to implement. He's supposed to be partial. When to go to Sharia, the Constitution does not to powers. Was in a motivated to take orders from any other. He's not supposed even to take orders from the president. Yes, he's supposed to command the Constitution here, a foro, a commission here. But for him, even finally after we appear in court very soon, they will just, more especially Inspector General of Police, Kanjoyo, he will just appear in court. Yeah. He's doing things that he's not supposed to do. I wonder you can even excuse them because they were politicians before they went to the Watarava appointed cabinet secretaries. But Barabu Kabanyana Abunendu Navarata Toiga. Now, Barato Tevi and Gakiri Uru, Baratavia minister, church, politics, correct? But concentrating in serving the people of Kenya. Yeah.
Okay, now at the same time when we're talking about those years, there is something that has been hitting the headlines on Friday. Another cabinet reshuffle looms with the coming in of Gideon Moi and the resting of Raila Odinga. Who's going home and who's safe? And I feel like the more he does the reshuffle, the more...
Those reshuffles don't affect Kenyans in any way. They don't bother Kenyans in any way. Ruto can do his reshuffle the way he wants it. He can change whoever he wants it. In terms of those people, they are in the opposition. Reshuffle, no reshuffle will not affect them. Neither will it affect service delivery. Into reshuffle, he's just trying to play his games for 2027. It does not make the only thing that I got confused was that he was in from the Raila family. Was no Montago in the cabinet, and that already did you Mwavoka where an opposition from left to right. But it doesn't affect the majority of Kenyans. Oh no, cabinet the wrong gear apart from politics. Yeah. Literally, according to me and the way I see it, it doesn't make sense at all. Whether he does reserve or he doesn't do reserve, it does not make any sense to Kenyans. Yeah.
Okay. Now, with everything that is happening, of course, that one person that we knew, hata kama aliingia kwa serikali, kuna mahali angesema hapana, hii mmezidi. And we were waiting for that moment where he could just rise and say, no, mnaumiza wa Kenya in such a way, he's gone. Which way, Kenya? As you're signing out remark, what next for the country?
My fear, say Kenyan name, I was part and parcel of the secondary preparation, putting us young people, students, some of us who are student leaders in the universities. So we are part and parcel of that movement. My greatest fear now that the president wants to kill opposition, that is opposition leadership. That wananchi will always remain in opposition. When the wananchi now will leaders into opposition or into government. So again, the president is to remove the leaders so that wananchi have opposition without leadership. And he believes and he thinks na one was he would go in and opposed. There is no credible person. Forgetting that Kenyans can even decide
Okay,
yes. Kenyans could go there and vote him in mass back and when the opposition here now opposition thing leaders can easily be bought. If you almost now back over Mambia. Lakini wananchi uliosumbuke tuchukogenda uche para abonyora na para tiyo uche para abonyora stima igere tiyo uche para abonyora taiwaka na school fees y'umwana wae that is the opposition tiya nakaba with the leaders ye bakubwatinki wananchi bakoraki ebirengeri bya wananchi bali wananchi bali in government, leaders will be in government. Wananchi are in opposition, the leaders will be in opposition. So the leaders bakufuru what wananchi bagokora. So evidently vyabo is to eliminate opposition so that President Ruto aja kwenyora gweka in 207 akole the Cameroonian style or akole the umuntu yo Tanzania mama Suluhu mama anyekole where there is no opposition abantu abanda babekira chera banyakole the same way Uganda is doing, Museveni is doing, is jailing the same way Southern Sudan is doing it. They are chailing opposition. You know, the entire East Africa is becoming a colony of our leaders. Yani dictatorship is taking root. So I think this is the direction our president wants to take it. But I can tell you from the look of things, now Kenya, the consciousness of Kenya in political circles and the rest is on the high level. So you do it, this country will be ungovernable. This country will be ungovernable. Again, to go Karuto, as attack to succeed, totally eliminate opposition. Yani Montora, Tinino, any cabinet, yes, Your Excellency, Mr. President, sir, that is wrong. That's what he wants to eliminate. Montora, Tinino, say, Pressure, Your Excellency, Mr. President. I think your policies are wrong. But in Kenya, unless you kill 30% of Kenyans, then that's when you can achieve it. Otherwise, you're not going to achieve it. Yeah.
Okay.
But they're doing their best. And I can tell you for sure, if Suluhu does it, Museveni is doing it. Kagame did it long time ago. And if Southern Sudan, even now, the military there, Mashar is in jail. Kenyans, we should be afraid. Kenyans, we should be afraid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that is beautiful. Thank you so much. Aso kunyara gochase studio mebe na somo director na so kwene kibuna muligererio berega kunyara konyora chibichamo na mali ya senchira yoboikirano. Asante sana so kunyara kwera chingaki.
Mbiamana, I'm sorry na chelero wake.
No problem.
Exactly.
I've enjoyed the conversation actually because from back to now we are getting the picture of Raila. You know, I've met to understand kabidi kwalitokura haraku atege kobiso it was in Thika, you know. Yeah, and it was the Langata elections that were
that was an injury in detention. It was na goroche mark kerega iga yaringe mark nere so sibwa igoro that's a mark you agetwe ne kwerenderia ba Masai inungweria ba Masai what the nat we were beaten ekartwarenge ngong.
What happened in Ngong again?
No, those days yekarare kamwere impawe ngakia moya usaponsor tagari diri mwajiro mukuta nororo
mwarise
mwanyole iboko. So he was actually beaten there when we are Tingon. Yes, so many people don't even remember that was around 1993-94. Actually it was around 1994 na yakire makiria kavere gaigo corona na ne Eva Masai. So I cannot call it listen to that was an injury. He was beaten when he was in detention. Yes.
Wow. Anyway, it is what it is. Thank you so much. As once mabiri bako nyara kusangana inte mambia lero nyasayo yu tumiraniri tukuriankyo asomoro biri bwenyoni. Ndoke Joan Kwamboka. Bye bye.
Asante. Bye bye.